I'm just a beast from the east, soaking up these people's love from me, treating music like it's legal drug money. See, this my only outlet, but I get charged up. It's hard to feed the streets when they keep the plug from me. That's word to Mr. Cheeks, rest in peace to Freaky Ty. I don't gotta put my L's up, this music makes me high. I smoke them like cannabis with this poison pen. I'm A+ with it. Rap raised us from boys to men. So run this shit again when you leanin' with your friends in your Jeeps, Lex Coupes, or your Beamers, or your Benz. It saved me in your playlist. I'm living dangerous cause my lifestyle is rich and shameless. You don't like it, kiss my anus. And to the miscellaneous haters getting light satisfaction that my dream in this life hasn't happened. No, I'm nasty on this mic, kinda like Janet Jackson. You whack rappers acting. Lights, camera, action.
And welcome to the Big T Show. Not from the Rockstar Studio, from Dave's KO. No, secret location, so we don't want to give it all away. But we
might as well. I mean, they can tell by the quality. This ain't Rockstar Studios.
No, this is Rapstar Studios.
Exactly.
That's the man to my left. That's Ryan.
What's going on?
Ryan, you know him. Ryan from the Ryan Show. He's been on the Big T Show, but never on a solo mission with just me and Ryan.
Nope.
And
it's always been me on a bunch of edibles with Mr. Cheeks or with Frank the neighbor.
Fucking who else? Keith Murray.
That's right. That's right. The first time we brought Keith Murray down there, yeah.
My birthday episode. But speaking of edibles, I didn't bring them today.
Thank God, honestly, because we got a long night ahead.
Yeah, a long night ahead. Well, listen, this is I got the big T. I got the big, what your mama gave you, winter hat on instead of my normal hat. Shout out to Prince Charles. We're gonna get into him.
It's like a Stan hat too. I like the colors on your hat.
Oh yeah, I got them in every different color. I love it. But we're able to smoke. I don't know if you hear the sound of the lighter. This is what I always wanted. This is what I love to do: smoke weed and talk. You know what I mean? Now I can smoke weed, and the shows towards the end, there was one episode I was by myself. I didn't talk for like 5 minutes, and the Jim's like, "Yo, you haven't talked." I was like, "Oh shit!" You know, that's how fucked up I was.
Shouts to Jim and shouts to Rockstar Studios. It was nice. It was nice in Huntington, but it was a bit of a drive to get out there. But it was a sick studio.
Listen, I always say
we had some good times there.
You tell me where the free blowjob is, and if it's like a half hour or more, I'm jerking off. I'm not driving, and it was a fucking far-ass ride. But I appreciate you coming through, being here today. We do have the Ryan Show later tonight. We have the intern contest. We
actually might just stick you with an intern, Big T. Since technically you're a writer on my radio show, I'd say that validates you for your very own intern, for you to do whatever you want with.
Well, listen, I always, try to show my love to you, appreciate my love for you, pause, as some people would say. You know, I'm talking about love in the sense of his fingerprints are in a lot of things I do. Like tonight, we're going to have Crackhead Barbie as one of the interns. She was on the show. That was one of the highest rated shows.
White Trash Coon, I think, is what she goes by now.
Yeah, White Trash Coon. What do I call it? White Trash Barbie?
Crackhead Barbie.
Crackhead Barbie. That's the episode where if there was a chance I was getting on SNL, I would, you know what I mean? Like, the amount of times the word coon was mentioned, it was fucking comical.
Normalized.
Another friend of the show, we have Mateo Pasquale coming in, competing for a spot for the Ryan Show intern.
Pretty much all your regulars qualify as freaks here on the internship contest that we're putting together. Also, Alexis Bell, that's somebody that we got to have on your show too. Now that now we might as well make the official announcement that I'm getting behind the reins and I'm helping you produce this thing.
Yes, I'm so happy. I'm pumped. That's me drinking my gallon of water. Certain things don't change. I'm so pumped right now to be smoking weed, drinking my water, watching the Big T, doing the Big T Show. Like, it's just, this is what I love doing.
In the comfort of our Brooklyn studios, right?
Yeah, with you on board, producing. There's big things going to happen with the Big T Show. We're doing a little test run with just low bar standards of shoot it on the iPhone, but we're doing this for the audio. That's the whole point. This is going to be solid audio production. You're going to be able to hear this on iTunes and all the other platforms. We're taking the Big T Show into the digital distribution age. Yeah, and I'm pumped. And listen, I always love the audio, the visual part, because you know, like when we had Crackhead Barbie on, she had the outfit with the long titties and the hairy bush.
Had to see the long titties.
But But what was I gonna say? We're gonna get the camera. We're gonna do everything right. But know what? No days off. Yeah, I mean, we did this. I just did the show on Thursday. Said adios amigos to Rockstar Studio.
Peace.
Jim is the man. They're still doing a valiant effort of trying to get me back, but it wasn't them. It was the ride. You know what I mean? And just the lack of being able to get guests and we had awesome guests, but I want to be able.
What are they going to get you, Nick Tillelli? They're talking about local comedians.
Yeah, no, well,
all the ones that live here: Joe Mahoney, Nick Tillelli, all the local Long Island comedians.
Yeah. They said they get local. Well, they live in New York now. All the good ones.
They all moved away.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Nick Tillelli, who was on the show earlier, Ambiguous Entities, when it was me and Bettina. And shout out to Bettina. She came on last week, and people...
My heart skipped a beat. I have to say. My stomach, I saw that as a...
And people loved it because they really love that dynamic she brings to ball busting.
They love to see her just attack you from all angles.
Yeah, and the story of her catching me jerking off, like her reenacting. Shout out to my boy Hendry, he loves the show. Her putting her legs on the desk and reenacting me slapping around my soft dick. It was just like the look on her face, her imitating me. It made me so happy. Because I remember the moment I was trying to have sex with me when a friend was downstairs, and she said no. So I said, "Fuck you, I'm going to jerk off then." You know what I mean? And she was mad that I was.
Did both of them catch you, or just one of them came out?
No, her. And she said, "Oh, her friend was downstairs. I was going to shoot my load over the railing and land on her hair." No, I was going to do what I normally do: clean it up with my dirty boxes and have the Asian lady at the laundromat not mention that, but mention when I have a girl's underwear, mention when I have my chef outfit for the THE TV, but no mention ever a lot of stiff socks, single man, nothing like that. But you go, oh, new lady, oh, new career. I mentioned this before in the Big T show. She mentions all those other things. So you obviously go through my laundry, but you don't mention when my boxes are clumped up, stuck together. Boxes should fall down with the legs hanging down.
Looks like you spilled a full tub of Elmer's glue on your boxes.
Yeah, and then what do you want me to air dry like Mateo? Spoiler alert, intern Mateo.
Definitely got to ask Mateo some good jerking off stories tonight.
Oh man, I wish we had a little production meeting. What was that, Friday?
Friday afternoon.
And I don't know about you, maybe I was just really high. There was some point where I was laughing for about 10-15 minutes straight. It was me, you, and him, and just...
I mean, because it was just incident after incident. First it's him talking about jerking off and his tendencies. I guess you'd say... his routine on how he does it. His schedule, yeah, he times it out, and we might as well say it. Did he say it on your show yet? Did he talk about his methods of jerking off?
Well, he said his parents were listening to that show, that episode, so he couldn't really do it.
Hopefully they're listening to this one. The way that your son jerks off, he'll go to the GIF porn, which I find interesting. That's how his mind works. He'll go to a porn GIF and have it on repeat, and he'll not stop with the motion, the forward, back and forth motion of jerking off for 2 hours.
Hours.
He'll time it out.
And then, on my show, he admitted to air drying. I was discussing cleanup and this, because cum's hard to clean up. It's not so easy.
You really got to scrub into it.
Yeah, you need something that's going to adhere and it's just a pain in the ass. That's why these girls that swallow the loads, they're the real MVPs.
Shouts to Alana Love.
Yeah.
Shouts to our girl Alana Love. And speaking of, real quick, I did want to mention this on the Big T show because you're helping put this together. Our big Toys for Thoughts Christmas celebration, December 13th, hosted by you and myself, Hams Dave, Mr. Cheeks. We're all going to be on the flyer. With a bunch of porn stars. Alana Love is leading a bunch of her friends, and we're going to have the biggest toy drive in New York City. So if you're listening right now, help us take part in this season of giving.
Toys for Thoughts.
Toys for Thoughts, a bikini Christmas.
Oh, I love it. People do Christmas in July. Now we have July and Christmas.
That's all we do. That's all we're good for these days is Christmas parties.
But I can't wait to see Mateo and Crackhead Barbie, a.k.a. White Trash Coon, in the room later. My head's going to explode. Those are two of my favorite people. Two of my favorite guests on the Big T show.
I want to see their interactions between each other. I don't know if they know each other.
I was supposed to have Mateo on first week of December on my show, and he sent me a video of... It was like Gail from Breaking Bad when they found him some weird
those karaoke videos.
Yeah, and it's him maybe having a seizure, maybe dancing. I don't know. You know,
Oh, you're talking about the Radiohead cover?
yes.
Yes, he sent me that. After we did that podcast with him, he sent me a bunch of his rap. He told me he was a producer. So he sent me his instrumentals that he made, which actually weren't too bad. He can make instrumentals. I didn't know that Mateo had that type of artistic talent, that ear
He's
for
a man
music.
of many talents.
Yeah.
A man of...
But they didn't seem to think so online, because the comments, you wouldn't be able to
I
tell
was
by the comments.
howling at the comments.
Oh my God. I mean, how'd they know he was autistic? That's what I want to know.
I good guess, I guess. But I'm a big comment person. I love reading the comments. Like, it used to be a lot better. Like, Instagram... World Star was the Wild West. You know, I mean, you find racial slurs you haven't heard in 40 years over there. It's like, wow, that's what
new ones being created on YouTube in the thread.
And you know, when they pussy things down, Instagram, I'll say something outrageous, like in the comment section, and it'll pop up on the person's page on the front. I'll screenshot it quick because I know in a couple seconds they're about to take it down. Like show us your butthole, whatever. Like something rude or offensive, and yeah, Instagram's fucked up, man. It's just they really changed. You know,
they're censored now.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
They don't let you have any fun.
It's that whole Facebook shit.
But they let you post pictures of pretty much anything. I'll be scrolling through Facebook. Actually, I have control of Mr. Cheeks' page. I help Mr. Cheeks with his Instagram page. So the difference between what both of us are following is tremendous. I'll go to his page and the home screen pops up with just the thickest camel toe, like fat bootied girls. Things that I don't know how they even get away with posting this stuff on Instagram.
Shout out to Mr. Cheeks.
Shouts to Mr. Cheeks. Yeah. I'm not trying to blow up Mr. Cheeks' spot. He's a great husband.
Yeah, no.
Instagram's Instagram.
Yeah, no. I've been the spoiler alerts out there. Betina's back. You seen it the other day a lot.
So this is official. This is big news, Big T.
No, well, she's been laying next to me sleeping because she has work and shit, and I'm on Instagram, and she's like, she sleeps with one eye open with me, and she like twice rolled over, like, what are you watching? And like, I forget what I was clicking on some comedy club, and like the last thing I liked was like these like Australian sisters, the coffee girls, big fucking fat asses, and like I'm like doing nothing. I scroll up, of course it's heart next to it, liked, and but listen, it's that's not what's wrong with that. Even if your wife's sitting next to you, you appreciate women. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that some feminism. Sort of reverse feminism? Like, the woman hating on women? Like, well, I'm just going to like the NBA and LeBron James shit? That's not supporting women. I'm supporting fucking women. No, supporting, women.
Well, as long as she doesn't get into the post you've liked. That's what's gotten me into trouble in the past. Not with Kelly. Kelly doesn't know about the post you've liked. Hopefully she doesn't listen to this. But the post you've liked, that's just incriminating. I'll give you away.
I like everything, unless I'm avoiding people on my phone.
That's the excuse. That's what I always say. I like everything. I just scroll through there.
No, but like, I like everything in the sense of, like, if I'm hiding from people where I'm not answering my phone, I won't like nothing. But if not, I'm liking it. Like this guy, Paul Flart. He was a security guard in Florida, and like I'm sitting there, I scroll up. He has a mustache, fat dude, and I see like the name of the company he's working for, like security, not the security firm, like the office that he's watching at night. And all of a sudden, I hear like loud, massive farts, and that's his thing. He would just sit at the desk and just record himself farting, and like I'm like, this is great. And then like. All of a sudden, he had his Instagram story. They were like escorting him off the property because he started blowing up. Literally, Tom Segura liked him, and because technically he's stealing time. Should be paying attention to the area, securing. And it was
how long were these videos though? It can't be that distracting.
So I'm gonna fall. He must have been holding them in. You know, like when you're with a girl and you hold them in, then you get in your car and it's like, wow, that was like a minute long.
That's insane.
But like, I always throw a like there, like just obscene stuff. So like, let's say we follow him. I tell you about him. And you're scrolling through, and I'm like, liked by Tom, Big Tits, Big Pics.
Yeah.
It's like almost like a joke, but I'm not around to see. Like, this fucking idiot's like it. Because it'll tell you some of your followers that actually like something.
Yeah, you'll see.
And like, you're like, wow, this person, Tom's actually liking this obscene shit. And you might get a chuckle out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm not even there to make you laugh.
See that?
But you seeing my name on some obscene shit. Like, he just likes anything. You know, like,
that Tom Farrell.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
A little gift to the world, just liking everything.
That makes sense. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of things out there I shouldn't like, especially on, I don't know about, I know that you're a fan of, speaking of, I see that you like Hood News. And Good News is very controversial.
Big time.
A lot of deaths on there.
There's some things I reverse the like on. Like, whereas, like, sometimes I like it right away, and then I'll start saying some racist stuff. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, we don't
I can't be a
that,
part of this. I can't be a part. I thought it started off, made a hard left turn. Like,
I want to know what people think about your Instagram that don't know you, and they see just a kid with Down syndrome. I don't know what the icon is, and then big tits, big pics.
Listen, I know everything's about branding. And you've told me, Bettina, people, like, yeah, it should say Tom Farrell Comedy, Tom Farrell, whatever. But, like, every time I tell someone, like, hey, yo, funny set, or this, that, what, and I'm like, oh, big tits, big pics. Make sure you follow me. Like, they just giggle. It's a smirk, a smile, right off the bat. And that was just right out of the gate. I didn't have social media, I had nothing, no Facebook. My friend, she came over, she's like, I'm going to help you with this. Like, what's your name? I'm like, I don't know, big tits, big pics. She's like, yes, and just typed it and gave my phone back. Next thing you know, I had Instagram, and that's the platform I love the most. I don't know, Twitter or Facebook. Twitter's
just not the same.
Well,
they said, visual enough.
I was listening to something today. They said Twitter's like the only wild, wild west left, where like it doesn't. They don't ban you. You can say whatever you want, like porno.
I've heard the opposite. I've heard that's why people left Twitter was because of people being banned and shadow banned or whatever they call it. But yeah, I don't mess with Twitter. There's a lot of crazy. Actually, the last time I signed on to Twitter, there were like 100 people tweeting at me, attacking me because they were Talib Kweli fans, and some writer that did an article on our show. I guess got into it with the Talib Kweli fans, which I don't know much about, but I guess they're very, very extreme. So they were saying that like Cheeks and two white guys were coming after Talib Kweli. I'd just rather stay off Twitter. Instagram, I don't have anything like that going on.
I think because I have a Twitter for the Big Which Mama Gave You, and I think I followed a porn star, Autumn something, that someone sent me a link. I'm like, I just jerked off to her recently. I followed her, like Mr. Peanut, fucking Joe Rogan and Donald Trump, like that, because I'm not really big on that, but I heard Donald Trump tweets a lot of funny shit. Say what you want about the guy's fucking funny.
He's great on Twitter.
Just like, if he wasn't leading the best country in the world, whatever fucking, say what you want about America and the race and how it was built, like, go live somewhere else if it's that bad. I'm not saying I'm a Trump supporter or not. I'm not a political person.
You're a Trump fan.
I'm a fan of funny shit. You know what I mean? Like,
it's difference between being a Trump supporter and a Trump fan.
Yeah, it's just, he's fucking hilarious. Like, the shit that he says and thinks he can get away with, and just.
It does pretty much get away with.
Yeah. Just, it's like, go to your job and act like him.
See what happens to you.
Like, I'm waiting for him to just say like ching chong when he's talking about like fucking like a Chinese president or whatever.
Imagine if he drank.
Jong-un.
I always think, imagine if he had like one drink in him.
Or cocaine.
This is him sober. Yeah.
But yeah, like, and that gets us twisted as a white dude with a shaved head says, hey, I like this Trump guy. No, I like how funny he is. And know what? If you're honest, he's fucking funny. You know what I mean? Like I hosted an open mic once, and twice for 2 weeks, and then they stopped. They stopped me because after the first week went well. People like I let people go. It was Memorial Day weekend. I'm like, yeah, we had real audience members. I'm like, yeah, keep going up. 3 minutes. People kept saying, oh, this is the weirdest open mic ever. Like, shut the fuck up. You're going up more than once at an open mic and practicing your material. That's how stupid comics are. Then the next week, it was like a light, normal open mic Sunday night. And I was like, yeah, you get more time if you tell a racist joke. You know what I mean? And like, does that make me racist? No, it makes me a joke lover. You know what I mean? Like,
you're a man that appreciates funny.
And there was a comic, black chick, funny, she's awesome, and she went on like a 5-minute white people joke, and I was fucking howling laughing, and I'm white. Jokes are jokes. You know what I mean?
As long as it's funny. That's like really the rule of thumb. As long as something is like a well-written, well-put-together funny joke, or just funny, even if it's a stupid, simple joke, funny is funny.
That was the weirdest thing, like, I had a joke about the Knicks point guard, Frank Ntilikina, whatever his name is. It used to work because it was hard to say his name, and I called him Frank N-word, and it's a whole plot behind it. How you doing? A whole story, a whole joke behind it. You want to sit in?
How's it going?
How you doing?
Nora in the building.
How you doing, Nora?
How's it going?
Do you know who Frank N-word is? You a Knicks fan? What up, girl?
The point guard of the Knicks, he's from France, and there's like an NTK. I couldn't say his name, and I wrote a joke about it. And next thing I was talking to him, calling him Frank N-word. I'm like, oh, it's this early in the season. He didn't even lose me money gambling. I'm already calling him the N-word. And I get off stage, and like there was a friend of a comic that I'm friends with from Minnesota, a black dude. We're outside smoking. He goes, yo, man, you have to say it. I'm like, I'm not saying the N. Like this, like the second or third time, another comic's like, yo, you have to say the N-word on the stage, like for whatever I was talking about. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
It doesn't really make sense to even say it in the joke, though.
I know,
it's better to end it.
I don't know if he was drunk, but he was just like,
he's probably trying to get you punched in the face. He's making N-word jokes at the comedy club.
He hates the Knicks.
You got the bald head.
But I love the joke because there was I forget. It was 2 years ago. I forget how it went, but it's something about blah blah blah. But until then, I guess he's Frank N-word or something. Like I brought it full circle, and people loved it. I bought the Frank N-word T-shirt. Oh, that's why I did bringer sets at Dangerfields.
Oh, okay.
They were charging people like $18 for a Bud Light. You know what I mean? Like, people talk about no consent in this society. Like, what about that rape? You know what I mean? Like are they consenting to this? Like, no, they just handed them a bill. That's sort of rape. They didn't say, hey, you know these are $18 beers. I bet you people will rethink it. Like, yeah, 2 bottles of water.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not consenting.
Isn't that all comedy clubs? Don't most comedy clubs really do an upcharge, or is Dangerfield's?
I don't know. It was so 1980s there.
Yeah.
That wooden paneling on the wall from the 80s. Like,
it makes sense if Rodney Dangerfield's hosting the show for them to have $18 beers. Especially now.
Yeah, because they give the audience no respect. But listen, it was a cool learning experience. But I wore the Frank N-word T-shirt on the stage as I'm telling this joke. You know, because I'm a fan of the Knicks. I just couldn't say his name. You put 2 consonants or whatever they are next to each other, and some French dude. I'm not a fucking English major. We all know that. But
are you happy with the Knicks this year?
Yeah.
I mean, you have season tickets. They're not winning, but like
no, that's
still
why I'm
fun.
happy. What the fuck do I want them to win for? So they get a mid-round pick? No, I want another top 3 pick loaded with young talent. You know, the guys like 5 guys are like 21. Get another young guy, then wow, 2-3 years, this Knicks team's good.
What do you think about Barrett?
He's good, but how do you not hit free throws? You know what I mean? Like, I can hit free throws. You know what I mean? Like, it's simple. That just pisses me off. Like, yo, get in the gym, just fucking shoot. You know what I mean? Like, how many times do we talk about playing basketball? How much we would love to play basketball.
Yeah.
You can go there and just shoot.
That's it.
You have some fucking shithead.
No excuse.
What's the worst part? You're at the park, you hit it. Even if there's no net, usually stays around the bottom of the rim, the bottom of the hoop. You run there 6 feet, but you clank one off. That is running down the park like they're fucking stupid ball boys. Every miss, you don't have to do shit. What's your excuse? You stand there and shoot. They give you the ball.
It's the
you want a water? They'll get you.
Muscle memory, I guess, right? It's the same thing over and over. It's different when you're big, though, and the ball's so small. Like, if you're Shaq, it's like throwing a tennis ball into
a shooting guard.
Yeah,
like,
there's no
that's the first thing in your fucking job title. You know what I mean? Like, not the guard part. You're the shooting guard.
Yeah.
It's like fucking... It's like having a point guard with no index fingers. You know what I mean? Like, you can't point. At that point, you're just a guard, you fucking cripple. I'm just really taking advantage of smoking in the studio. I don't know if you guys can hear or notice.
Now that's different. That's right. This is the first time that we've ever been able to actually smoke during the Big T show. And what type of strain is this Big T? Because I'm like cloud 9 right now. Whatever
and that's on a gram joint. You know what I mean? No dipping oil, no nothing.
Yeah.
That's just a gram between 2 people. That shouldn't work.
Well, it works. I mean,
this is a super salad.
A super salad. What's in the super salad?
Jimmy Kimber or Richard Kimber.
Billy Kimber.
The
white man. His friends was.
Listen, they sold it in a pouch, and they had some old white guy in the logo on the pouch. Anytime you do that, Orville Redenbacher,
you trusted Paul Newman.
Yeah. Anytime you put a old white guy on anything, they can't be trusted in a lot of things, but
no.
on a food item
With food item they can. KFC, you wouldn't want to put the dude in the office, Colonel Sanders.
Yeah. Anytime old white guy, stamp of approval, this means it's good. Jimmy Kimber, what's his name? Richard Kimber?
I think it's Billy Kimber.
Billy Kimber, I always fuck it up. White Wookiees, that's the 2 top shelf ones.
White Wookie.
Yeah. And then Biscotti. Zookies, Nerds. It's like an all-star team.
Zookies,
And it takes a lot of unscrewing of the caps as I'm grinding up each one.
Yeah.
But when you smoke it all together, it's like fucking Voltron.
Imagine
giving
that.
you like a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Were you always smoking this good, Big T? Because I mean, this is like 2019 or whatever it is, almost 2020. It's a whole new world. I'll still never forget the days of Regs and Dro, and it was as simple as just calling it a certain quality grade.
Listen. Back in the 90s, you know what I mean? I would smoke. There wasn't much available. You know what I mean? Like, you had the good weed with seeds in it, or you had like BC weed from like British Columbia, the tight, shitty fucking orange hair nugs. But anyway, as times change, I was always not ahead of the curve, but right there with the fucking best weed. And like even fucking people now, like I haven't seen in a while, will smoke, and when we smoke, like, man, you always had the good weed. It just makes me feel like good. Like, yeah, I did. You know that motherfucker.
You get to indulge. That's the beauty of the Big T show. That's why you got a fan here.
Yep.
You got Nora down here.
You know, yeah, usually we hand out the edibles on the Big T show, and around this time is when the show starts fucking
really falling apart.
Flight 93 and into the earth.
Yeah, but I mean, this weed isn't too far off from the edibles. I mean, I don't know. You know, we've got, like I said earlier, we've got a long night ahead, but But with the Big T show, what I'm most excited about doing it in this studio is the freedom to pretty much do whatever we want. Like not only is it hard to get out to Long Island, but we were hindered by having a real person, like a guy, like a nice man running the studio. Now it's a bunch of savages like us that run the studio. So God knows what crackhead Barbie's going to do.
Yeah, and listen,
it's like the Big T show on steroids down here.
Even just, I'll be able to bribe other comics, local comics that I know are funny, that will be interested in smoking weed and eating edibles with me. I know that my jerking off in public stories will have even more legs because they can contribute instead of, shout out to Frank the Neighbor, Posket, all great people that were helping me out with the show. Yeah. But they were more like just an audience instead of a co-host. Even though Frank the Neighbor, he contributed a lot.
We got to bring Frank the Neighbor back, right?
Oh yeah, he wanted to come today, but I knew it was going to be a long one. And but Frank the Neighbor, he's part of the show. He loves it. He loves getting high.
You really did have a nice ensemble of characters,
and it was growing. But know what? He even said, he goes, the ride was killing us. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. It's like you know, location, no matter where it is.
And now just the silliness, the
you're
looseness.
In the hood now, Big T.
Yeah,
welcome to Bed-Stuy.
Yeah, do or die, Bed-Stuy.
That's it.
I used to work over here when I used to work UPS. They were fucking with me because I'd come back from another injury and they would take my route. Like, this is a training route now. Like, all right, now I'm gonna go fuck up your day somewhere else instead of my normal route. You fucking shithead. And I remember going to Bushwick. I seen like a guy with skinny jeans on. I'm like, this guy better get out of here before it gets dark. He's gonna get robbed. And like, as I got close, I guess towards Ridgewood, I seen more and more. This is more than that, probably like 7 years ago. And it's so crazy how neighborhoods change. You know what I mean? It's like
completely. Even right here, I know I joke by saying it's the hood. You know, you outside, that same kid is probably walking with this whole pack of hipster friends.
Yeah, and
coffee shops everywhere. I remember I was furious. I almost joined the protest. I was living on Nostrand. I lived on Nostrand maybe like a year ago, and there was a coffee shop that opened up, and it was this exotic coffee shop, and I went in there for coffee. It was $3 for a small coffee. So I walked right out. The very next day, there was an all-black protest in front of it, saying, get out of the neighborhood. They were trying to kick the guys out for gentrifying the neighborhood.
No, it's crazy. Like, I was even writing a joke, without giving too much away, about like, yeah, I didn't know it might come off as racist, but whatever. You gotta walk the line, I guess. Like, I was like, yeah, I read an article that Apple is giving back to inner city and community and youth by giving back. It's called gentrification, because I read the post every day, and in the neighborhoods that you know are changing, you still see. I try to tell what kind of person it was by their name, and it's a little fucked up, but I don't give a fuck. And you know what I mean? Like, the people are still getting robbed in some of these neighborhoods. They're still tough. You know what I mean? It's still rough.
Oh yeah.
And the gentrification gives back to the neighborhood. Like, here's some free Apple products: iPods, iPhones, earbuds.
Every so often, leave your car door open in the wrong place.
Yeah, and I don't know if it never really took off. Just like the story didn't take off. But there's something there. Like Apple giving back. People are like, oh really? I heard about this. It's called gentrification.
That's great. Write that joke.
What was I going to say? But even like, I would always hop around with UPS because they would always they're trying to get me fired, and I would not I'd like to zigzag a lot, bounce around routes, you know what I mean? Like, and I'd volunteer to go to other centers. Even I'd use my seniority, like usually give it to the low man on the pole. I'm like, I'll go over there, just so they had just to make them hard to follow me.
Did you have the same boss the whole time?
No. I fucking tormented these people.
I mean, I couldn't. So how is it that is there like a? That's all right. I hope that this is what we got to make the YouTube clip or the Instagram clip.
I would always take days off. Besides, like when I was hurt for the summer, like every summer, I live on the beach, man. I'm walking around in shorts around this time of year.
But
and there's guys wearing long shorts, like Caribbean dudes wearing long pants and shirts in the summer. Like as I'm dripping sweat.
Yeah.
I went to therapy once for this girl, and I kept talking about these guys who wear pants and long shirts in the summer. Like, why do you care? I'm like, it bothers me. I have no shirt on. I'm sweating. And these cocksuckers are fucking disrespecting heat, like wearing long pants and long sleeve shirts in the summer.
Oh man!
But I would. I got a bunch of stories. I'm not even gonna get into the one where I cut the leg pants off because they made me come in. My shorts didn't fit me. But I had this guy Andre, Guyanese dude. He was awesome. He loved me. We always butt heads. Like he was out on vacation, and his little minions were running the center, and they weren't managers; it was just supervisors, and they had to come together and try to run the center while he was on vacation. And I was on a really bad tear over the weekend, and I wasn't coming in Monday. Like, we fucking need you. So I fucking had this picture of this like African-looking dude sucking his own dick, and I sent it up. I'm like, I found this old picture of Andre from college. If I don't have off today, he will be exposed. And like it just turned into a joke. Like I'm walking in, guys, managers from other center, they're pulling me into the locker room. Like, yo, you got that picture of Andre? Like, it's like, yo, it was a fake picture, asshole. Like, it wasn't really Andre sucking his own dick. But like those are the lengths that I went to fucking get a day off.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
shout out to UPS. You know, like, when I got a lot of deliveries to do, like, there's a thing called driving green. You know what I mean? Like, like, in our neighborhood, if you go down Newport, there's one light. You know what I mean? Like, on the boulevard, there's 5. So if you turn at 120, you're going to miss all those lights. Or just like, I hate people that drive past your block to go up another block. Like, no, the play was the block before, shithead. Like, little things like that UPS taught me that makes my secondary life I live now more fluid and more time efficient. Now I'm using my own gas in my own car. I'm speaking in vague, in vagueness without giving it all away of what I'm doing. Like, what are you doing? Driving? Oh, fuck. Sorry, listen, this is
delivering videotapes. This
is a test run with the...
I could believe it.
No, after the first minute, like, why'd I open my big mouth? Listen, this is just, we're also filming with my phone just because we didn't set up the cameras. You need lapel mics. This is the Big T show under renovation, a little construction, and, we're going to get it going with the visual again, but we want to do it right.
We're building a foundation. That's really what it comes down to. It's one thing to make a show every week, but we're tidying up the website. EverythingbigT.com, something that you guys really got to check out too. If you haven't been to Big T's website, it's got everything. It's got your bio, links to your comedy, where
your YouTube page, everything
THC
Big T
TV.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get that going again. I'm working on different camera people because people reach out to me all the time. They watch the old videos, which by now I was hoping to be really further along, where it'd be episode 30, and the original ones will look comical, which they still do, but...
It's hard when you have to rely on yourself, and that's what this comes down to. Right now, the Big T Show, we're focusing on what we can do best, which is put out a solid podcast. That's why you can hear this on iTunes and everywhere else.
Yeah.
Last time we were distributed on what? Rockstar Studios?
Yeah, Facebook and just YouTube. And we're going to rip the old videos and put them all on podcast format so you can hear the old... listen to the old...
Right through
Big T episodes, because sometimes you can't watch a video at work, you know what I mean, or whatever. You couldn't sneak a headphone in and listen to it.
And we're going to remaster the audio, which is the best part. So it's not, once again, big things on the way. This is why we're turning it into a podcast at the moment.
Yeah, and also it's Thanksgiving week. We usually record on Thursday. We're doing it just so we have this one
day. He's getting me high as shit before my own show, which is now sabotaged completely.
Which please check out, because the intern episode, we already mentioned who's going to be there. Crackhead Bobby, Mateo, the fucking girl from fucking BET.
Alexis Bell from BET. Just a whole bunch of regulars on the Big T show.
Well, listen, like I said, I'm saying the term air quotes construction renovation because I'm not just going to go like I was supposed to go to Best Buy, but like I want to do it right. I want to get the right cameras. I want to get the right mics. I want the editing system to be on point. So when we are back to the full Big T show, hold on one sec.
Look at that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we do have Mateo. Mateo is here right now.
He's always about 2 hours early. And he's saying 7:30,
and here he is at 5:53. I'm outside of Dave's house now. It's going to be. I mean, we might as well bring him down.
Check out Mateo's page, Angry Bastards.
Angry Bastards.
He posted a video of himself, a la an ISIS hostage video, saying they made me do this video, but I'm going to be an intern. Blah blah blah. And it was just classic Mateo. And I'm glad he's walking in right now.
Yeah, because he has to explain himself.
That's the thing I got to worry about, coughing into the mic. But listen, you got to stay tuned to the Big T show. You will see the audio and the new format, new basement, smoking, sick guest. It's just going to be, I'm so confident and happy because I know I'm going to get the right. Comics are funny. You know what I mean? I bode well with them. You know what I mean? Like we're going to feed off each other, and you're going to see regulars.
It's a show about dialogue, so you're going to be able to bounce back with other funny comedians.
And you're going to see more.
Plus, you have the comfort to do whatever you want. If you ever want to get crazy for an episode and get some things happening per se,
and more of this man, my man.
Give it up.
You know him, Mateo Pascal. He's waving the smoke away. I don't know why. This is like a little foreplay.
I'd say walk this way, but it's just getting smokier.
Every Saturday before Christmas, me and Mateo eats an edible, and we're just warming him up for the. It's about a month away from his edible eating.
Yes.
Mateo, you want to get mic'd up?
Well, who's else?
This is the Big T show.
This is this week's Big T show. It's going to be all over the place.
Are those live mics?
Yeah, we can see. Yeah, all you got to do is you just got to flip it up, turn that mic on. While see, it's amazing having Miss Nora around.
But listen,
Mateo, if you have to piss, you can open up that door and piss outside.
Mateo, sit down for a second. Oh fuck!
We actually do not have an iPhone charger. Oh wait, look at that right here.
I'm going to charge it before it dies.
Well, Mateo, thank you for coming through. Are you pumped about the intern contest tonight?
Sure.
What made so we're glad we're glad you survived the
He's already sounding so enthusiastic.
Yeah.
It's a good thing this hasn't started.
Mateo, how fun was that the other night when the other day when me, you and Ryan were there?
Oh, that was good.
When I farted. I was like, do you want to smell? He goes, maybe. then we were there was like a Jamaican African character mother that I was playing. I don't know where that came from, but
is that a regular voice you do?
Only when Mateo's around. Come here, baby. Okay.
The Caribbean mom.
There was something. I forgot what it was, but we were fucking howling.
No, it was a Caribbean mom.
No, but Mateo every year eats an edible as long as I know him. And last year took a turn for the worse, and we're actually writing I wrote a sketch about it. It's in Mateo's hand for him to write a sketch about it. Yeah, that's the audio, the visual part of the show. My camera will keep falling over because it's was it jerry rigged or something? There's another term for that. I think
that's the word for that. That's how they call in this part of Bed-Stuy.
But Mateo, what the fuck was I just gonna say?
I don't know.
Welcome, Mateo.
Yeah, I'm going to talk, and I'm waiting for some feedback from the agenda.
Well, the agenda is we told Crackhead Barbie to shower today because allegedly you're going down on her.
Oh, God.
She cleaned. We'll spray peroxide. We'll clear the bubbles away, and then we'll clear the bubbles away some more, and then we'll have you go down on her.
I don't have it.
You want me to show you? Oh, can I tutorial?
Yeah, go for it.
Hold on. So you wouldn't want to go down on it after I went down on her? He skeeves me out. I know. And then also, me and Mateo, we're going to set up cameras when we go out to eat because we both eat like savages.
Yeah.
And people are getting paid. What's it called? Muff diving?
What are you talking about?
Where they watch.
You get paid
Not
to
muff
eat.
diving, muffungo or some. It's some
I'm not
shit.
sure what
With,
it's called.
It's a sauce with an M, and it's big in like Japan or
Yeah, people. Yeah.
in Asian countries.
ASMR.
What's that? Google that. See what
What's
that
it
is.
called?
ASMR.
ASMR.
No, it's something. Remember, Christy Vera made me eat the pizza. I thought I was supposed to eat it in one slice. It's called like muff.
I'm not sure.
Well, it's allegedly it's where people watch you eat, and it gets them off the sounds of. And me and Mateo, it's like a Serengeti. Like when the animal gets killed, it's just the noise when we eat. And I noticed it when we were at Bernadette's in Rockaway the other day. Motherfucker, he always goes. Anytime I'm like, hey, we'll go out to eat. He looks at the fucking most expensive thing on the menu. It was crab legs, duck confit. What else do you like to go for? We're both in the same boat, disabled men trying to get by on a fucking government wage, and he takes me to the cleaners like that. What's so funny, Mateo? So what's the matter? You're not into crackhead Barbie?
I'm not into most people at this point.
That's not that doesn't sound too good. What's going on?
I'm not. It's the Malaise.
What's that?
It's French for depression.
Ah, come on. We got to stop it, man.
I don't want to.
Why? But why? Like, listen, whatever's not working, do the opposite. Smoke. Like I said.
Maybe you should try an edible.
No, we already told this. No, that's for next month. To do the opposite. Once this man, we're gonna fucking get his nutsack to a normal size because he's walking around with a big sack of semen because he does it every 2 weeks, and that's not good. It fucks with the brain.
It can't be good.
We're gonna get him ejaculating on the reg and smoking weed, and then he's gonna be on the Tonight Show. He's gonna go on a worldwide tour.
If you have a gun, you better make it be loaded.
Yeah, but when you have
there's too much ammo.
But your whole body is a bullet factory, and when you eat, it's like, we got to produce more semen.
Yeah.
That's what your body's here for reproduction.
Your body knows if you're only jerking off twice, or only blowing your load twice a week, you're gonna make less.
Well, and your skin is an organ, so it knows air drying on.
Yeah, definitely knows about the air drying.
Every 2 weeks is I try to see as long as I can go. Is like the edge.
The edge.
The best is the process, though. It's one thing to wait every 2 weeks, but like you don't just go from video to video. That's what like these ADD,
Me,
us, everyone.
You don't.
How does it?
I already told you. You do one GIF, and the GIF.
No. This is what he said the other day. This came up.
Yeah.
He goes up to go to the bathroom. He goes, just ask Tommy. Tommy knows. Like I know you said that, but it came off very weird. Like, we talked about this before. Not Tom. He'll discuss my jerking off schedule. I gotta go wash up. But I swear to God, if you just ejaculated more and smoked weed, man, he might be one of the top comics in the country. Like just
normal,
just like released, like just loose, like things start like coming your way. You're writing like memoirs and just joking.
He said memoirs are more like manifestos.
Well, that's the thing. Too much cum, no weed, manifesto, ejaculation, and fucking edibles, memoirs.
You're not gonna,
that's the difference between a sack of nuts and we're not a sack of nuts. See, See, your nuts is bigger, so it makes you nuts up here.
Yeah. You've got
That's
to
the
take
manifesto. Less nuts means less nuts.
Have you thought about going to like somewhere like an Asian massage parlor?
I offered
comfortable,
No,
where they'll give you a nice massage.
None of it. None.
He hates the Asians.
I don't hate the Asians.
Why? Why do you hate Asians?
I don't.
Do you hate? Well, would you consider? Why wouldn't you consider going somewhere like that? I could see not wanting to jerk off all the time. It's some people feel shamed of
I think
themselves after that.
his grandpa fought against China.
He fought against Korea.
Oh.
I was gonna say, it's his grandpa.
China. We discussed this.
No, I mean his grandpa was what? Japanese?
We're talking about.
You said your grandpa fought against China?
No, Korea.
Oh, okay. So I guess that would be American or North Korean. Is he North Korean?
No, I have stories about that.
He's a communist, this scumbag.
Really? What do you mean? You're what?
Communist part of Italy.
Oh, okay.
He's an immigrant.
Yeah.
He's what's wrong with this country.
How old were you when you moved here?
really young, 4 or 5.
They put him in a cage when he came in.
It was before elementary school, so it was like.
Oh wow.
Like he's screaming,
Do you
build
still-
that wall and hold up a picture of Mateo.
Do you remember your first few years in Italy?
Yeah. Before we moved to permanent, we were moving back and forth from the U.S. United States like every 6 or 7 months.
Wow.
Smuggling fucking olive oil or some shit.
That's the story of Mateo.
Mateo, how often do you think about killing me?
No, not often.
But you have.
No. When I think of killing someone, it's usually the planet.
The planet Earth?
Yeah. Like Thanos.
No, because a lot of people, when they first met us as friends,
Yeah.
after like I see the people next time, they go, yo, you know he's going to kill you, right? That's what multiple people have said to me. I said, I forget, like, just random people that met us. I'm like, oh, that's my friend Mateo. Like, he's on the show. Or even from, like, when me and Mateo host Crooklyn Comedy every couple of months in the Rockaway, South Brooklyn area. Anywhere, if you want to have us throw a comedy show for you. We have a show, and Mateo always helps me out from performing to help me get awesome comics. Like he's just the man with that, and just
Very
everything,
well connected.
everything in
Mateo,
general.
you are
He helps me out
super
a lot.
well connected in the comedy world here.
Yeah. But when I see people like, yo, you know, that's a common that would scare a lot of people. And I like, no, we're gonna do more work together, so he has more of a chance to kill me. Try me, motherfucker. Try me. I won't get with that.
That's great.
I would never.
I'd be more worried about his family. He's from Italy. Oh, look out for Mateo's parents. I could see his parents being on some crazy shit.
They're not.
They're probably like sitting there combing their hair back, like, hey, have you killed them yet? Like, what's going on, Mateo? You ready for tonight?
Sure, who's else on the show?
Alexis Bell.
Who's on-
Now, what's really going on with the intern contest is that it's going to span over like 3 weeks.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to have some cameras follow you guys around. We actually have you working closely with a guy that does a Dear Abby. It's like a Dear Abby on our radio show. It's called Dear LST, but it's for men. He does relationship advice for men. And he does a handful of other conspicuous activity, which you're going to be finding out. You're going to be going to his studio over in Long Island City, and working with him closely. Also, Crackhead Barbie. We're going to pretty much rotate you guys. So you're going to be with Mr. Cheeks for
She's gonna
a
work
weekend.
with Big LSD.
Yep, Crackhead Barbie and
man.
LSD. I'm not sure what he's going to have her doing, but like everybody that we set you with is going to teach you different parts about radio. So the whole point of this internship program is to help you become a professional broadcaster.
Got it.
So everything is going to help you in some way, and that was the whole point of you guys signing up. I'm excited for Alexis Bell, though, because you can ask Nick Solelli about Alexis Bell.
Why?
She is she's a little out of control, to say the least. We're going to find out, though, tonight.
And also,
Google her.
The intern program.
Yeah.
The credits transfer for DeVry and Lincoln Tech. So besides,
Well, no,
Ryan,
we need to get the approval. On a serious note, we actually have an internship program. So if there are if anybody's out there listening and wants a career in broadcasting, DM me on Instagram, and I'll send you an internship program which you take to your school, show the guidance counselor, and if they approve it, you can actually get college credits for working with the show.
who's better than you? Let's go.
Imagine that. We're gonna have we already have our first official intern. We're gonna have about 4 or 5 more. We want an army of interns. But what makes this intern contest special is that all of the contestants aren't in schools, and they're not doing this for college credits. They're doing this just for the knowledge and for being around Cheeks and the rest of the rappers. Are you a fan of hip hop, Mateo?
Somewhat. It depends on the rapper.
Are you a fan of Eric Sermon and Mr. Cheeks? The ones that it's a little old school. That's right. Mateo's young.
Yeah, probably when he was born. Seriously.
He was in Italy.
The only thing old I like is Wu-Tang.
Mr. Cheeks.
It's like a brand at this point.
But know what's funny
Wu-Tang
about
is
free
great.
knowledge? My buddy got thrown out of school, and he was a smart dude. He just loved drinking and mushrooms and cocaine. And
Who doesn't?
he still went to class. He wasn't going to get credit, but he was going to get the free knowledge from the teacher, which it's just stuck with me. Like,
That's great.
Like most people are like, fuck that, I'm going back home. He said, no, I'm staying here. I'm going to get this free education.
Yeah, of course.
You can't prove it, but you know the knowledge. Like, it's genius. A little bit.
Sorta.
It's like retarded genius.
Yeah, retarded genius, idiot savant, whatever you want to call it.
Did you ever go to college?
In the process mode next year.
What are you going to go to school for?
I was interested more in sound engineering, not radio.
Engineering.
Sound.
Sound engineer, okay. Wow.
Well, that's good.
I've heard your work. I've heard Radiohead.
Yeah, that's not sampled. That's recreated.
That's recreated. Okay.
Yeah, that was the one where you had the ants in your pants?
No, it's a parody from a music video.
That was some video, man.
Yeah.
The comments were awesome.
Those scumbags on YouTube. You can't get away from them.
I love them.
Yeah, they're going to leave something. They're going to always have something to say. Nothing you can do.
Well, listen, we were talking about the anniversary of your yearly edible, and we wrote a script. I wrote a script called "Am I Breathing?" and we're going to try something different. It's hard enough to get one sketch written off the ground and produced and filmed and people doing the right thing. We said, fuck it. Mateo is going to write his version, like the show The Affair, where it shows the husband cheating and the wife's point of view. And
that's the way
now
to do it.
Mateo is going to write his version of Am I Breathing? And we're going to either shoot them together or shoot them
We
separate.
can shoot them together, but edit it into each other.
Yeah, we're going to shoot them both and then...
That's two separate Instagram, what do they call it? Instagram TV videos that get some traction, too.
Yeah.
Because this way you got to release it on all the different places, and that's a great idea.
Have you been writing?
Both point of views.
I'm starting with your Photoshop tomorrow. Because the image problem and the layering, and I'm going to start the writing is going to start. I'm going to start that officially after Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Just timing it all out.
Any plans for Thanksgiving?
No, just my family. That was it.
What do you have? Turkey Parmesan? What are the Italians?
Just turkey.
Just turkey?
Yeah.
You seem thrilled.
I'm not a big fan of turkey. I prefer ham.
They don't have ham for you?
What do you mean?
It's Christmas ham.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah,
I haven't had a family for a couple
Christmas
years,
goose,
but they're back.
Christmas
this year.
ham. Oh, they're back. That's right. Congrats, Big T.
Yeah.
Nice family. Are you going to do Thanksgiving with the fam?
I don't know. They were calling me to go for tonight. Like, just last minute yesterday. I'm like, yo, I got shit to do. You can't just...
man.
You know, but I think they might be doing it
out.
Wednesday now. It's like, yo, I got more shit to do. Like, it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But because my brothers go to his family, not his family, his wife's family in Jersey and shit. But yeah, no, I'm going to stop by Bettina's brothers because she asked me to, but also I want to get the family smacked. I'm going to make a medicated pecan pie. I'm going to make medicated hashed potatoes.
That'll win the family over.
And just want to sit in the corner and watch as Thanksgiving self-destructs.
Oh, wait, so without their knowledge of knowing
they're
what
going to know, but...
They're not going to know what it really is like. Yeah.
Oh,
you can
how
never
much?
expect what happens.
You never know until it's too late.
Mateo, I've almost had similar experiences to you after eating his edibles. Don't feel bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a whole nother level of edibles.
With the brownies and the candies with Cheeks that day.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy.
The first year, because it happened 2 years in a row, a year to the day. The first year I brought it, that's where the Sticky Hans story comes from.
Yeah.
I remember he was eating a Trix treat on the couch at the creek in the cave, and the host is like, Mateo, you know what's in there? And he's like, I know what's in here. And
I knew it fucked me up. But
jump big time.
The high wasn't as bad as the crash was.
No, but then he's on stage doing his Hufflepuff and the Wizard of Wizardry, and his eyes are glazed over, and he's trying to do it. He's laughing. I'm sitting on the couch howling because I seen him do this joke probably 100 times, and he's so high right now. But
That's amazing.
you're there to practice your jokes, but no, you're so high, you're in the moment, just laughing, and you were so loose. That's why I want you to come a lot and smoke a lot. You know,
It really would bring out a whole new side of you, Mateo.
Probably would.
Yo, I'm telling you,
It would open your third eye. That's what it comes down to. Maybe a little magic mushroom trip here and
No,
there.
I can't do mushrooms.
No, but
They're a little intense.
No, but I think we started following each other on Instagram, and I got a pig. A video of a pig getting sliced in half perfectly. Jesus. I don't know how I found it. And I sent it to him, and he's like, could you please refrain from sending me this stuff? I knew he wasn't happy with me.
No, I just didn't. I don't like saying that shit. I'd rather be a person of animal. If it was a person with an agenda, like ISIS or Iranian hanging.
Oh yeah, those are good.
It's a little, there's something about seeing the animals in the slaughterhouse.
No, slaughter's different, but like it
was a weird video.
Oh, this wasn't even a slaughterhouse. This was.
I don't know how this animal just got sliced in half.
It was like a Southeast Asian village with a giant machete.
I was just, like I sent you something the other day, the names that just pop up. I have my normal people I send shit to, like the group text and the boys and the messaging.
Yeah, no, I was cracking up. You sent me something sick. I forgot what it was now.
But then he's like, people were getting at Mateo because they heard he ate it. The next time we were all together at the creek, he's like, yeah, when I got home, the trip from hell started. Everyone's like, there's no trip, it's edibles, blah, 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 like busted his chops. Remember that? It was like, because you said the crash.
You should have poisoned all of them. You should have given everyone there an edible.
I did.
Oh, you did? Good.
I brought a box of them.
I'll never forget when I did your edibles. Might have been one of the first times. It was at the Ryan Show Live back when it was a Tavern Lounge, and I had a serious interview with Aisha Hall, who had gone to prison for like 10 years. And she was telling us her whole story, and it was this dramatic story. And for some reason, I was like halfway zoned out. And I was like, all right, so everyone give it up for Aisha. And it just made no sense whatsoever. And I was just looking at me like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, I survived 10 years in prison. I'm back out. It's like, well, give it up for Aisha.
Yeah,
Woo!
everybody.
So like, who, like, I'll sit here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, because when I showed up, I rolled up, and I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Besides, I knew I missed Bobby J's performance a couple weeks earlier, and then I just stumbled upon your page, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm showing up, and I had edibles and a tank top, and I was just giving shit out.
Great. I'll never forget. You came in with the box, with the baker's box. It looked like it was when you go to like the Italian bakery. You know this, Mateo, with the white box,
and
except it's filled with except it was filled with edibles.
Yeah,
classic. Yo, those were the days. That's when the Ryan Show was a freak show.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't take offense. No, the Ryan Show at Tavern Lounge was an absolute disaster.
No, it was wild. But
it was the best.
Awesome.
It was the Wild West. It was the Wild West.
The guys playing the bongos, like the house band, but bongos.
Man, yeah, that's right. We had the house band, D Limits, and then but
it was so cool
drummer,
just having that like setup, like a drummer, bongos, like
joints being passed around on the inside, like the drummers taking hits of the joints as they're like just
Stone
crazy
Pizza
atmosphere.
was there.
Stone, yeah, the edible pizza,
yeah.
And that was before any of the weed parties in New York. Now you go to any party in New York, and there's a table set up where they're selling weed at. Then they, you know, over the past year, you go to these secret parties that are all over New York. It's no secret. You go there, and there's the tables all set up, and before any of that, the Ryan Show had the tables, mushrooms, all the crazy shit going on. I wasn't even behind it. People would just be like, "Yo, Ryan, can I do this?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Have fun. Set up. Make this a freak show. Let's fucking go.
What's his name?
V-Dot.
The time Body came, he knew the Spanish Jews that were doing it. They were so baked, and he's like, gas station's open, you heard? He kept saying and my boy was with me. He kept saying it on the way home. He was like, gas station's open, you heard? Like, just, it was he kept saying it in his voice, and he looked baked at it. He had like a Cheech and Chong mustache. It was just hilarious.
It was the New York City underworld at its finest. Crazy. I remember, Mr. Cheeks. And the best part was that it was, at the end of the day, it's Mr. Cheeks just throwing a crazy ass party.
Hell yeah.
Classic. But be ready, because the 13th of December, it's going down. Toys for Thoughts.
Toys for Thoughts.
Bring your bitches and bikinis.
Also, speaking of Christmas spirit, me and Mateo are getting roasted at Rusty's Tavern. What is that, December 21st?
Yeah.
Which is coincided the Saturday before Christmas, which is the third anniversary of 2 years in a row. We didn't even mention Nora's here. The second year, last
year, lovely Nora,
he ended up
producer.
He ended up in the hospital. We were at a podcast, and they're like, "So you guys?" He was my camera guy doing THC TV. I make a medicated dish, and they go, "Do you have anything?" I'm like, "Yeah." I started handing them out. Hindsight's 420, I say, because I should have just gave them out the way I did, and then.
All of us that were bugging out.
Yeah, long story short, the ambulance came, you had to go to the hospital. I'm leaving. Guy's throwing up in the garbage. Like, I'm like putting my book bag on my, thanks for having me, guys. Like, ambulance, guy throwing up, like, just like, but like, I was like cool, calm. Like, it wasn't like I just like machine gun the whole town. Like, I slowly poisoned everyone and just went back on my way.
Yeah. Maybe for this third year, for the third anniversary, you should just do a little amount of edibles. Like, just don't do a full thing. Like, so you don't get destroyed.
An edible or an ejaculation? One or
both,
the other.
at the same time.
What? No. It's my life. I take control of it.
Ooh. I like that.
Nice.
I like that. Well, listen, they want me to be Santa. I play Santa every year for the kids in my neighborhood, for the underprivileged Irish trash in my neighborhood. No, I get it. A lot of my friends' kids and people just reach out to me. And I have Posket usually play my elf.
I'll definitely join that underprivileged white trash to be a part of that. Get my kid in front of Santa Claus.
Come by with a little tea.
Definitely, yeah.
But I'm not being Santa unless I get I forget how I worded it. Like an elf that has issues or whatever I said. And like, oh, do you mean Mateo? I was like, yes. And Mateo's going to be my elf. We're going to get you a costume.
You have the elf costume, right? You have the green one?
I probably ripped it wearing it in the summer.
Oh, no.
Because I couldn't find my Santa costume, and I put that on. It was just ripping in spots.
Show you my measurements.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What are your measurements?
I have them on my desktop.
Mateo had a bad fast food experience. You were spending $3,500 a month on.
I spent in 1 month around $5,000 on fast food.
How did that happen? What were you ordering?
That could have been weed and hookers. Like,
could have been a lot of weed and a lot of jerking off.
But I was just depressed and didn't like myself, so I was just eating $85 of fast food a day for a month.
Panda Express.
I was going to.
How much weight did you gain?
Surprisingly, not that much, because I was in such neurotic. I was so neurotic and paranoid at that time. I was having diarrhea consistently all day. So I was just shitting more.
But for those who that are listening, he said diarrhea.
So it was just going right through your body. It probably wasn't
going right through.
The story.
And at a certain point, I was eating so much, and just so much. I started having blood in the stool and shit.
Oh my god!
Wow. Jesus, man. Cue the sad music. I just thought you had.
We can do that now. That's a beautiful thing.
Well,
everything's good now. You're regular. I recommend Metamucil, kid.
No, I'm good. I at that point, I was it was bad.
Did I know you then?
Yeah.
No, because Mateo, anytime we have a ding.
No, that was 2 years ago. That was 2 years the fast food thing.
No, because anytime he knows we have something planned by my place, he doesn't go to the bathroom for 2 to 3 days before. Because he knows when he gets there, he's going to fucking drop trowel, destroy my bathroom, and then clean his ass with my bidet. As he's nodding. So that bidet would have really came in handy. And that blood in the stool would have got all the blood and everything else off.
It wasn't black or dark. It was just bright red.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. That means that it was probably just your ass that was bleeding.
Don't shake your head like that. You're making me feel uncomfortable and bad.
Oh, man. It's just a lot of use. Well, you know what, Big T? It's actually been 1 hour of the Big T show.
Wow, that
Can you
went
believe
fast.
it?
That went fast. Well, listen, right, I can't wait. This is just like a bridge to the new Big T show. And
Content.
Yeah, we're going to get everything going. You're still going to get a Big T episode once a week. Might just be audio, but we're working on the video because I like that whole aspect. And look out for just a ridiculous amount of new guests, new faces that you haven't seen, because who the hell wants to drive an hour or take an LIRR? How long is LIRR?
2 hours.
2 hours. Jesus
2
Christ.
hours.
You're going to see more of motherfucking Mateo, right, Mateo? He's always going to.
How long did it take you to get here?
I was at Wall Street first, so it was 25.
See that?
Listen,
a whole new
we're going to have so many new faces, funny people. Ryan's on board.
I'm going to be
Nora's
behind the
on
scenes
board.
controlling the soundboard.
Yeah, and
Right.
Listen, it's going to be awesome. I'm super excited. Just the fact that I don't have to drive to fucking Huntington.
Welcome to Brooklyn, man.
Yeah.
This is it. To a new beginning. Give it up for yourself, Big T.
To new beginnings.
To new beginning.
But listen, this has been another episode of the Big T Show. And remember what I always say: be the person you are when you're high. See you next week.